Going viral on the TikTok Shop affiliate program is actually way easier than you may think. Most people overcomplicate this process when, in fact, you can actually make these videos that get hundreds of thousands and even millions of views, but only if you understand how to make the content correctly. The best part is that these videos made me over $2 million in product sales and over $300,000 in commission into my own bank account, and that's not even including sponsorships and brand deals and retainers as well. And I'll be honest with you, it's all thanks to the strategy that I ended up using, and I've taught to my friends and my family and my sister, who's making over $500,000 in just 1 year in her first year doing TikTok Shop affiliate as well. And I've found that these strategies that I'm using and that they are using are still working to this day, and they're still working on my account that I still use to this day as well. I actually taught this to my mom, and on her second month, she made $28,000 after I made her download the TikTok app and then taught her exactly what to do step by step. So in this video, I'm gonna go through the entire process of how I film this content, how I make it, and what actually makes it go viral, and how to adapt it to your own style, and even if you're camera shy or you stutter like I do all the time. So the method that I'm about to teach you and I'm going to break down with you is actually a method that I like to call entertainment style. Now, this entertainment style is very centered around storytelling and telling a story, but entertaining the audience in a way that captures them to want to purchase that product as well. So this is largely in a good mix of making entertainment content that makes people want to watch the video, but also very centered around the features of the product that sells them the product at the end. Now, step number one is going to be the hook of your video, and this is the most important part of your video by far. I like to say that the hook is about 80% of the importance of your video, so if your hook is bad, the rest of your video is bad as well. A good way to tell if your hook is not good is if your views are only at 200 or 300 views per video, then that more than likely is telling TikTok that your hook is not good and it's not resonating with the audience enough to get pushed out or deserving of more views. There are two major things with your hook. There is your visual hook and there is your auditory hook. So how you capture people with your voice and how you capture people with the visuals is very, very important. So you can do one of those two things, but I highly recommend that you do both. One of my favorite auditory hooks that I still use to this day that still makes me a ton of money, and honestly, you guys can steal it right here, right now too, is can anybody tell me why it took them until 2025 to come up with this? Now let's go and film a hook right now using that same exact verbiage that I just said. So now we have the product right here. I'm using these Smackin' sunflower seeds as just an example. I actually do have to film these, so it actually works out perfectly right now. But let's make the hook for this product and film it together, and I'll show you exactly how I do it. Now, let me preface by saying that usually you want to film in really good lighting, really bright lighting, especially very natural lighting. But I don't have that here right now, and usually I would film this at a daylight time, but we're just gonna do what we have here and utilize what we have right now. So you do see I have this product right here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to dump this product all over this table, and I am going to add in a little nugget of fun for this product as well. So you'll see it as it comes out, and I'm gonna use that phrase that I just said earlier. So let's test this out. So also, if you do have wide angle lens, use wide angle lens because it does help your content look a lot nicer. So let's try this out. Can anybody tell me why it took them until 2025 to come up with this? That's usually the hook. That's pretty quick, but it was really loud. What I'm gonna probably do is add in another hook. Usually I would probably be a little bit further away or in an area where it's not as loud. But what we're gonna do is I have a shoe in this pile of sunflower seeds that I'm gonna pull out and act like it didn't even happen. And that's gonna be another hook as well. Because people are gonna be like, why is there a shoe in the pile of sunflower seeds? And I'm not even gonna mention it. I'm just gonna put it there, I'm gonna take it out, and I'm going to act like it never happened. And people are gonna comment about that, and that's gonna boost my video. So let's film the next part of this hook. Like, we have Apache helicopters and people landing on the moon, but it takes them this long to come up with this many different flavors of sunflower seeds. So I like that one. That's a pretty good hook. It's a little bit long. It's 11 seconds long. Usually you'd want to be quicker, like 3 or 5 seconds, but we did what we could with it. And I pulled out the shoe while I mentioned that there's so many different flavors, and I kind of continued the storyline, right? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the body of the video. So this is more likely the features of the product that you're talking about. And in this case, we're talking about tons of different sunflower seed flavors. You have like dill pickle and like all these different flavors. So let's run through this, the body of this video. This is where you're just kind of giving out features, but continuing the story or the entertainment of the video. Like you have garlic parmesan, you have lemon pepper, you have dill pickle, you have so many different flavors in this thing. So that one's decent. And now let's add one more feature about it coming in this giant bucket. And it all comes inside of this giant bucket. Cool. So that was the body of the video. Now let's go into the actual call to action or the urgency of the video as well. So the urgency to purchase this product and purchase it where. Now for this shot, I do want to fill up the bucket all the way back full and just make a different looking shot, because this shot here will look, it'll start to get pretty boring. So if you guys want this entire bucket of sunflower seeds, 100% recommend it. It's actually really cheap right now here on TikTok, so I'll link it down below. So there we go. That's pretty much our entire video. Now what we want to do is we want to go in and edit it and make sure it is all refined down. So if there's any gaps in speaking, I can cut those out, and then that's pretty much ready to post. Now, step 2 is you need to go through the actual body of the video. So the product features, why this person should actually buy this product itself. Now, doing this with tons of different clips, editing it very, very fast paced is always best. But on top of that, making your audio sound very authentic. The more authentic you sound, the more that people are feeling like they're talking to somebody or watching somebody that they actually trust. So oftentimes using your actual normal tone of voice is actually really good. So talk to this person like you are on a FaceTime call with your friend. How would you talk to your friend on a FaceTime call or your family member? If it's something different than you're making your content like, then it's probably not going to work as well. Imagine the people that are watching your content, they're not stupid. They know they can read through your actual authenticity with your voice. And if you don't sound like you're talking to one of them like your actual voice should sound, then they're probably not going to stay on the video. Now, step number 3, this is the final step of your video, and this is the call to action and the urgency to purchase this product. Now, let me be completely honest. Making viral content on TikTok is just one of so many other steps to making 5 figures a month. You still need to learn how to choose the right products and actually get the followers to even start this entire process. So if you guys are interested, you guys can check out my full guide step-by-step of how to do literally everything that I taught my sister and my friends who are making thousands and even millions of dollars in sales.